just want to say thank you so much on behalf of Lawson for all the love that he's receiving here through the text line here. Christine saying, hey, hope you get better soon, Lawson, and others as well. We are going to be listening to an interview that we pre-recorded during the big camp this year with Johnna, and she shared an amazing testimony of a time where God really cared for her when she went through a terrible accident. And we're going to be sharing that story with you today. So I hope you really enjoyed the testimony. And after that testimony, we're going to have the news at 8 o'clock.
And you're listening to The Breakfast Show here on Faith FM. You're joined by myself, Lawson, sitting across from me, Scaffy, and sitting across from me on the other side is a new friend of ours, Johnna. How are you going?
Perfectly said. I'm doing so good. I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Absolutely. No, we're stoked to have you in The Breakfast Show studio, sharing with us a testimony from your life, your experience with Jesus, and where you've come from. And we can start with that. Where are you from? Where did you grow up? What does your family look like? What's your background?
Absolutely. Okay, so we actually, right before hopping on air, we were talking about how I'm Italian, but I was born in the States. So like at all costs possible, I tried to avoid the States being thrown into my origin, but I'm originally Italian, Argentinian, which I like to lead with. And then I was born in Chicago, but Michigan is home base, where Andrews University is. Mm-hmm. But I currently work in Florida at Advent Health.
Okay, so you're all over the States, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So what do you do? So are you a nurse? What do you do at the Advent Health?
So I graduated, so all 4 years of college, I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to, just go down the medical path. And then my senior year of bio pre-med, 4 years of it, I was like, this actually would be the worst way to continue on living my life with this as my profession. So a little bit late in the game, I did like a little 180. Yeah, 360 would be back at where I started. So I did a little 180, picked up hospital administration as kind of my new track. Okay. So health science, business administration. And now I'm kind of going down the hospital admin track. Hopefully become a CEO one day. We'll see. Advent Health, if you're listening, I'm down.
Okay, there you go. Or you can be a radio host as well. Have a great radio voice too.
Oh, thank you.
John, tell us a little bit about your upbringing then. How was your family like? How was your childhood like?
Ooh, my childhood was so good. My parents, so when an Argentinian meets an Italian, craziness occurs. Some of the most exciting, fun moments of my childhood are just spent with my parents. They're amazing. They're so loving. They're so compassionate, caring. They just truly gave me the most amazing upbringing. I have 2 incredible siblings. I hope that they end up listening to this because I'm going to pump them up. They're amazing. They're so fun. A little bit crazy. Can definitely get under my skin, be slightly severely annoying, but they're so amazing, and I'm a middle child, so I always had something to do.
Okay,
with them, yeah.
So it looks like you had a loving family, to support you, to back you up, and great connection with your siblings. How was it for you as far as were your parents religious? Was Jesus something that was present? Someone that was present in your home, the Bible. Tell us a little bit about that spiritual side of things of your upbringing.
Yeah. So both of my grandpas, they're heavily involved in the Adventist church. They're both theologians and pastors. Samuel Bakioki, that's my dad's dad. And then Fernando Canali, that's my mom's dad. So I have, I see your faces. That's the reaction.
We are 2 of my theology heroes. Right?
No way. They're my heroes as well.
Cool. Wow.
So both of them.
So you have to be a theologian.
My mom is taking that title upon her own shoulders. So I'm scot-free to go down my hospital path. But
nice.
Yeah, so that kind of created a bit of a foundation of just really strong Adventism in my family. So my dad's a lawyer. My mom, she's studying theology. She's getting her PhD. So growing up, my Adventist roots were so deeply rooted. And I would say that growing up, my faith was primarily a head knowledge and not much of a heart conviction. I think the heart change came definitely later on. But to answer your question, very much so grew up in the faith. The whole haystacks on Saturday, no phones past sundown. Growing up, it's the Sabbath, be very, very focused. Everything was very much so in play for a successful future in Adventism. But I would say, like I said, I think it's the most important to have the heart conviction because the head knowledge can only take you so far.
So yeah, I was just going to say, what did that look like for you? So you've got head knowledge, imparted not only from the Bible, but from 2 of the most preeminent Adventist theologians of our time. So this is your background, but then when did that heart conviction start to happen for you?
That's a really good question. So I'm 22 and I graduated college last year. But in terms of my conviction, oh my goodness, I feel like there were so many points where God was just like, hey, Johnna, like there's so much I can do with you by my side. So like you got to actually turn to me and mean it. And
Wow.
I would say my junior year, I transferred to Southern Adams University from Andrews. So two incredible schools. There's not a better or worse, but I transferred my senior year. So from Michigan to Southern, it's about a 10-hour drive, give or take. When I'm driving, it's slightly less because I like to speed. Unfortunately, my speeding tick record shows that, so I really can't bypass that fact. But
We're getting honest on the
yeah,
show this morning.
we're getting a little too honest. But yeah, so my senior year, I was driving from Michigan back to Southern, a 10-hour drive. And 5 hours into the trip, I'm driving. I go off the road. I get gas for my car. I'm driving back on through like one of those entrances. What's it called?
A ramp.
Yeah, well, yeah. A ramp. You're coming back onto the highway, and then there was my lane and a lane right next to it.
Yeah, the on-ramp, I think.
Yeah, the on-ramp. Thank you. The on-ramp. I was driving back on, and as I'm merging in, there's a 16-wheeler semi-truck right next to me, like parallel to me. But I'm like not thinking anything of it because like I've driven for years. Like I'll just, keep on minding my business, being spatially aware. And as I was driving, I just had this really weird gut feeling that like they don't see me, which is terrifying when a car, like when a truck like 10 times your size, you feel like doesn't see you. It's like one of the most mortifying feelings in the entire world. So I'm driving, they're driving parallel to me, and they begin to swerve into my lane, swerve back into their lane. And on the right side of me, so the truck is on the left side, on the right side of me, there's like a boulder wall because construction is happening on the road.
Yeah, wow.
So this boulder wall is like angling inwards as as the lanes are, narrowing in. So as this truck is like swerving into me, I'm like, and all this is happening quickly. So I'm like, do I slow down? Do I like veer off to the side? Anyways, in just like a few seconds, like it feels like when I'm slowing it down and saying it feels like it took 5 minutes, but this is all probably like 7 seconds. They're swerving in, out, and then they smash into the side of my car, like onto my driver's side.
Wow.
And they're smashing into me. They don't see me. I'm veering off as far as I can onto the right side of me, but there's a boulder wall that's like enclosing. So in front of me, just to give perspective, there's a boulder wall narrowing inwards that I'm like straight driving towards as much as I'm trying to inhibit myself from driving forward. A car smashing into me, this huge truck, and then there's a boulder wall enclosing me. So in my mind, I'm realizing that the last few seconds of my life are narrowing in, no pun intended.
Wow.
And I'm just like, Lord, in that moment, it's like this out of body experience where you're looking over yourself and you're just thinking like, this is the end. And like, God, thank you for my life. Like I've appreciated it, but like, that's it. Like all of that. And this is it. And it just gave me this like clarity moment where like the fog in my mind lifted of all the things I've been prioritizing, all the things that had mattered so much more to me than him. Because in that moment, you realize the only thing that's going to save you from this, like the end of your entire life, is God putting his divine hand in the situation and lifting you to safety. And so in that moment, I was just like, Lord, if you save my life, there's nothing I won't do for you. I need you. And it was just like the heavens opened, his hand came down, the truck just, it's like it flew off of my car. I was able to like very quickly veer my car away from the boulder wall and then get to safety. And it happened so quickly. And the story doesn't end there. So I'm then driving off the road to safety, and the truck driver runs out of his car after way too long of just sitting in there, probably simmering down from realizing that he almost took like a 20-year-old's life. And then he runs over to my car and he's like, how are you doing? Like, are you okay? I'm like, as good as I can be. Thank you very much. And he was like, I don't know what my luck is because this is like the third time this has happened this week. I'm like, brother, it is Sunday. Get off the roads. I should have gotten his like plate to like turn it in because 3 times in 1 week having
That's
it be
wild.
Sunday is absolutely insane. Like, I don't know what that man was up to that weekend. But yeah, so then I had to drive. I had to hop back into my car. I wish I had a photo pulled up so I could show you guys. But the entire side of my car, my driver's side, like the door was smashed into. I had no door handle. My window off, like totally smashed into. I'm shocked that I was, safe. But in that moment, like I realized I had to drive the rest of the 5 hours and still to Southern. Cause what am I going to do? Go back, turn around, like college starts the next day. Like I got to get there. So, it's just like this shock and this, this incredible feeling of like, wow, I'm still alive, and this high on life because God's out here saving my life, but also the realization that I got to go the rest of the 5 hours with more semi trucks on either side of me with no rear view mirror or door handle or anything. But God really just like gave me like divine vision and divine confidence to be able to travel the rest of the 5 hours of Southern. But long answer to a short question. I would say that moment, the beginning of my senior year, just began to like trailblaze my faith in like a whole new way. It was like, I really saw like God has shown up for me so many times in my life, but I was really able to see him just like in my mind. It felt so clear that like he has a purpose for me. Otherwise that would have been the end. Yeah. But it was like, God was like reminding me like, hey, at any moment you could be out of this. Any moment I could take you out of this game, or you could make a decision that would take you out of this game. But like, I need you in here for a reason. And that just parted like the seas in my mind of focus and clarity and direction. And my direction became him.
I love that. You realize that God can use you.
Yeah.
And that's changed everything from you.
Everything.
Perspective-wise, and probably location-wise as well, because you're here in Australia now.
Yeah.
What does that journey look like to come here, to commit your time to Arise, which is a Bible school where you learn to be a witness and whatnot? Those steps to get here, what put that into action?
So that's actually another crazy story, but I'm going to try to shorten that due to time. But honestly, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I feel like God is so incredible with his timing of how he allows certain events to unfold in transition, and how he uses your previous decisions and the ripple effect of, or I guess the domino effect even, of just one decision leads to a different decision. And it's just a whole series of events that unfold, but it's all based on one primary decision. Transitioning to Southern opened up doors to Florida, which opened up doors to Advent Health, which opened up doors to a career path in which I was able to find an incredible position in which they gave me this 3 months to be able to come over here and do Arise. It's just everything unfolded so perfectly. But in terms of conviction to come here, it was just God continuing to be placing Arise on my heart with nobody bringing it up. Like there was nobody around me who was talking about it. My sister had done it in 2020. We came to visit, so that planted the seed, but there was nothing that was like really like prominently around me pushing me in this direction. But yeah, I just kept on getting placed, and it just felt like if I don't go, I'm making the wrong decision. Yeah. So I just kept on, it resurfaced. I made the decision, came here, like God answered so many prayer requests with the way that work was able to just unfold in a way that I was able to come here, not be stressed, returning to a job, which is a fantastic position. So since being here at Arise, it's just been the most incredible experience. Like look, words can't explain.
What I love about the whole testimony that you shared with us, Johnna, is that, you said to God in that moment, God, there's nothing that I won't do for you if you save me. And I think that this is amazing, because I think that this is the right kind of attitude when we see what God has done for us, and not only saving us from danger as he did in your case, but he saved us from the ultimate danger, which is the danger of sin. And as a result of that, we ask God, this is gratitude. God, I will do everything for you if you would rescue me from death, which he has done. And I think that you had a very clear moment in your life where that became so clear. Yeah. And perhaps in other cases, we forget about the size of the danger that Jesus has rescued us from, which is 10 times worse than which is already bad, but any traffic accident that can possibly think. And yet, do we have that gratitude to say, God, thank you so much for saving me? what would you like me to do for you? And I think that your life is a testimony of that gratitude to God. Johnna, thank you so much for coming, for sharing your amazing story with us. We're looking forward to have you again with us another time. And in the
I would
meantime,
love to.
all the best with all of your future plans and your career in the health space, in the hospital administration, and beyond. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.